Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ivan with yet another episode of Ivan's Corner, in which I talk a little bit about my life aside from Weekend Occurrences vlog. I know that it's been several months since I've talked to you guys, and the last couple of videos that I put out for Ivan's Corner had to do with the fact that I in fact started a diet. This started actually back in January, and now it's August, so I thought it would be interesting to share with you guys a little bit of my progress and stuff like that. For those of you who have me on Instagram or have followed me on Facebook, you saw a picture that I posted some weeks ago of how I used to look like actually exactly a year ago. When I saw this picture, I had to make the comparison because I was enormous. I'll just go ahead and post a picture right now just so you could see. So as you can see from this picture, I was Fatty McFat. I was actually at 262 pounds. 262? Yeah, no. 268. I'm sorry. I was at 268. The fact that I'm rubbing my hands is because I just put on hand lotion. But yeah, I was very obese, heavily overweight. I decided to start doing something about it this year, and like I said, right now, I started going to a nutritionist back in January. So these 8 months have been very productive. I have lost a total of 40 pounds so far, ballparking it right there. She gives me my weight in kilograms, so I started out at 122, and now I am down to 102. So I am very excited, and I'm happy to report that weight loss for you guys. And since I've bumped into some of you, or I have, come across people who have asked me what is it that I'm doing, what kind of diet I'm following and stuff like that, I also wanted to make this video to share with you guys and kind of give you some of the tips and information and techniques that I've picked up on the way, along the way. Let me preface this by saying that I'm not suggesting that you do this. I am in no way, shape, or form authorized to give you any sort of weight loss advice. I'm just going to be sharing basic information, basic tips that I've learned from my nutritionist, and stuff that I picked up along the way. I definitely recommend, if you guys want to take your weight loss seriously and want to do and have very good results, go to a nutritionist, go to a dietitian, go to somebody who's qualified to assess you and look at your own personal needs and individual composition and stuff like that. They are the best qualified people and best resource for you to go to for advice and for proper weight loss management and weight control. So having said that, these are going to be the main things that I've actually learned throughout these 8 months of weight loss and learning to eat right and taking care of myself. So yeah. One of the very first things that I learned and that my nutritionist suggested and ordered me not to do is to weigh myself constantly. Try not to weigh yourself every day. If you're that kind of person that's, a little bit obsessed with how much they weigh and how much they lose periodically, first recommendation, hide your scale. Don't weigh yourself. That is one of the main or best surefire ways to kind of get you discouraged during your weight loss. So hide your scale. And if you are going to a nutritionist like me, I go every 3 weeks. So she takes care of that. She told me not to even step on a scale or look at anything that has to do with my weight, that she would go ahead and weigh me and measure me whenever I go visit her. So that's the first step that I've learned. Try not to be obsessed with your weight. Take this one step at a time. It's not going to be very dramatic. It's not going to be losing 20 pounds in 3 days. That's not the way it works. So you want to go ahead and pretty much remain patient and remain consistent with any kind of nutrition plan that you are following. Another tip that I would like to share with you is to not starve yourself and to not skip any meals throughout the day. This is one of the main things that my nutritionist shared with me. I was very fond of not having breakfast every morning, so she told me, think about when you last had dinner the previous day, you go close to 13 hours without any food. What happens is that your body gets into this mode that it's going to think, since Ivan's going to leave me so much without eating, I'm just going to go ahead and store everything that he does give me when I'm hungry so that I can go ahead and burn it off and have, reserves to burn. So that was one of the main issues that I was also made aware of and that I've actually corrected. Currently, I am eating 5 times a day. I have 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks in between. So that's actually giving my body enough energy and enough energy to burn throughout the day, and I don't feel hungry. I don't feel like I have all these outrageous cravings like I used to. So that's one of the other things that I would like to share with you. Make sure that you eat breakfast. Make your lunch the heaviest meal during the day, and your dinner, make it something light. Make it a bowl of fruit, cereal, something like that, depending on what you like. But try not to eat very heavily at night, and preferably also try to eat like 2 hours before you go to bed. Follow that, try not to starve, don't skip any meals, and don't think that going without eating is going to make you lose weight, because it's not. Tip number 3 that I want to share is drink water like crazy. I actually discovered, and this is something that I had always known about myself, during winter time I don't drink that much water, but it turns out that I was severely hydrated. My water levels were very low, and she told me that I need to drink water no matter the season. I told her that I normally drink water like during summer, but she said that you need to drink water every day throughout the year. So you want to go ahead and make sure to always have water available. At work, I always carry a water bottle with me, and I replenish it throughout the day, just to keep constantly hydrated. It's easier, like I said, for me, and I think most of us, to drink water a lot during summer, but you actually have to do it year-round in order to maintain a healthy water balance in your body, and so it doesn't lead to any other consequences like, drinking soda or something like that, which is also something that I was not very guilty of, but, she said, watch your soda intake, watch your sugary drink intake, and drink as much plain water as you can. The next tip is to go ahead and exercise at least 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week. I actually started Zumba again earlier this year, and I've kept it up for these 8 months. This actually has helped me a lot with my energy levels, with my stress levels, because I don't want to get into it, but I have not a very stressful job, but it stresses me out because of the job that I'm currently in. And actually having something to do aside work and home, it actually takes your mind off things. It works wonders for your stress and everything else. So try to exercise a little bit every day, even if it's walking around the block. That actually gets your heart rate going. That actually helps you burn calories, and it actually makes you feel better and look better at the same time. Another tip that I have for you guys, and this is coming from picky eater du jour, which is me, is to keep an open mind when it comes to food. My nutritionist actually gave me a plan that works, or that includes the foods that I regularly like to eat. It also includes fruits and vegetables are a really hard thing for me because I am very picky when it comes to vegetables. The only things that I requested not to have on my diet were tomatoes and avocados, because I really, really can't stand either one of them. I tried to keep an open mind. I did try to have avocado at the beginning, but I just don't find it appealing. I never liked it, and I've never liked the taste or the texture of it. So she was actually nice enough to kind of work with me with those two things and provide me with alternatives. She also gave me a list of equivalent vegetables and fruits that I can go ahead and switch out if I get tired of them. But with everything else, I've pretty much been very open. I cook with a lot of stuff that I didn't used to use before, like onions and garlic, different types of spices, sauces, stuff of that nature. You want to go ahead and keep an open mind, because another important thing is that if you stick to eating the same things every day, your body gets used to them, and your body will not use them as properly as it could if it had a variety of things going inside. So try to keep a balanced diet. Try to eat fruits and vegetables during snacks. Try to portion control. If you have protein, like if you have a piece of chicken, try to add not so much starch to it. Like, don't eat so many potatoes. Don't fill up on bread. If you want to, you can go ahead and use a small salad, have some rice, with your chicken. That way you have a little bit of everything, with your meal. But do try to keep an open mind. That's the only way that I can probably refer to it. Try to eat a variety of things. Don't eat a lot of dairy, a lot of sugar, like I said, and keep your fat under control, and you should be fine. One of the last tips that I have for you is I have had very serious cravings. For me, it's sweets. I crave chocolate, I crave cakes, cookies, candy bars, and stuff like that. And you have to be realistic. Every time that all of us go to the store, the first thing you see is the unhealthy stuff, like at super low prices. There's candy bars right there and right by the register, and it's really tempting to kind of like give in and to get a chocolate bar, whenever you're craving it. Try to understand that this is a normal thing to feel. Don't feel guilty if you have a craving. For me, my cravings, I satisfy them on the weekends. My free day is on Sunday, so that's when I'll have a burger from Jack in the Box, and it's okay, because you are human, you are bombarded with all these temptations everywhere. Keep in mind that you're always going to be exposed to temptation. Keep that in mind and be realistic. Don't think that once you start a diet, you're going to become this health freak and that none of that is going to affect you. It does, and it is possible, to give in to all these cravings. But keep your goal in mind. Keep in mind that you are doing this for a bigger thing. You are on the way to learning, and we all make mistakes and we all cave in at some point. So try to keep those cravings at bay. Make sure that you focus on what you want to achieve, and that should make it easier for you, and not give in to chocolate or fried chicken or all those other things when you're not supposed to. So that's gonna be it for this Ivan's Corner. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys forgive me for taking such a long time to put out a video like this. I know that you guys have been reminding me, and some of the people on Facebook have actually told me, where's the video, I want to learn and stuff like that. But like I said, go to a nutritionist, go to a gym. I'm actually getting ready to transition from doing Zumba to doing other things, because I think that Zumba, although it's been really good to me, it's been a really good workout to help me shed the pounds, I feel that it's now time to kind of start doing something a little bit more intense, or a little bit more for toning and building muscle. So I am in the process of considering that. And as a minor parenthesis, also something that has been keeping me busy for throughout summer. Actually, it's kind of weird that it's the end of summer already, but I'm going to be getting started with my master's degree. That is something that I had always wanted, but it didn't happen until the summer, which I actually was very productive in. And I'm going to be starting at the University of Texas of the Rio Grande Valley. I'm already in the program for Spanish translation and interpreting, which is my ideal career. I've always wanted to be a translator because I am fascinated with translating from English to Spanish and vice versa. So I'm very excited about that. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well, as part of what's going on in my life right now. So having said that, I'll go ahead and bid farewell to you guys. Hopefully these tips and suggestions will inspire you or encourage you in some way to keep your health in mind, to kind of watch what you eat. And it's going to be really trite if I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Probably in shorter time, in a longer period of time, however long it takes you. It's important for us to all keep in mind that we are what we eat. And unfortunately for me, it was getting really, really out of control, as you could see in that picture. So until next time, thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know on Instagram or Facebook. All of those links are going to be in the description box below. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.